Hey guys, it's Fly. I hosted a charity stream last weekend for an awesome community member named Audrey. Audrey had fallen on some hard times, and we ended up raising $700 for her, which is awesome. And you guys that donated are awesome as well. I just want to thank you for that. But one of the stretch goals I had was a Ask Me Anything video. So I made a post or a journal on the Rooster Teeth site, and I asked you to ask me some questions, and I'd answer them in the video. So that's this. Here are my questions, and let's get to it. Also, we have a special guest here today. Ruby is right next to me, so if you hear some weird noises, do not be alarmed. I am not doing whatever she's doing. It's moving on. So Dr. Hares asks me, you can set one rule for the entire world to obey. What is it? My answer for that is I would ban anonymity from the internet. So, for instance, Flybarger would be called Andrew Liebarger, and Dr. Harris would be known as Derek. I know who you are. Anyway, I just think that would kind of eliminate some of the trolls and cyberbullying and whatnot that's going on. I choose to do that because it's not political, and I'm not going to address my issues here or anywhere unless you come at me personally and you want to talk about it. So I'm just going to leave it at that. The second question I got is from Chaos Black 21. If you could have any superpower, what would you choose? You got three choices, man. Flight, because everyone loves flight. Two would be telekinesis, just because I'm a little lazy and it'd be an awesome party trick. Anyway, the third would be to manipulate molecules around me into whatever I want. So if I'm in the desert, I could manipulate a molecule into a glass of water. Or if I'm thirsty and I want Pepsi to drink, I could manipulate a molecule or particle near me into a refreshing Pepsi. Dr. Manhattan has that ability in The Watchmen, which is one of my favorites. So if you think that's a bad superpower, come at me. Seriously, bring it. I will turn you into a frog or something. Mudslinger Art asks me, Team Iron Man or Team Captain America? If you watched the last video, you know what side I'm on. I'm Team Cap, all the way, baby. If you want to know more information on that, send me a direct message on the site. I will get back at you and we can talk about it. But I'm Team Cap, all the way. Raph asked me, if you could go on an adventure with 3 celebrities, who would you choose? Brad Pitt, big fan. Taylor Swift, fan of leggy blondes. And 3 would be Raph. Yeah, we'll go with that one. Sinomari asks me, what's the strangest thing that happened to you? I was in a bank robbery. I wasn't as scared of the bank robbery as I was scared of how long it took me to figure out what was going on. So I was in there and I went through 4 stages, not like anger, grief, denial, and all that stuff. But I went in, I noticed there was a whole bunch of people in front of that labyrinthine walkway they've got. They were not going through the line. I was like, what the hell's going on here? And then I noticed there was one guy in line, and I was like, okay, why is it not anybody else like jumping in here? Like, go in there. Then I noticed the teller was crying. Then I noticed the bank manager had her hand on the teller's shoulder. And then I noticed the guy was robbing the bank, and then he ran out. So, yeah, it was early, and I'm not a fan of having to stay in the bank. So, I actually discussed this in the stream that night, and it was interesting to see how some people reacted. Joran093 asked me, do you have preferred products for grooming your beard? Not necessarily products, but I do actually have some things here that I use. Ohio Valley Beard Co. has beard shampoo, which I strongly recommend. It also smells like pine. They also have beard conditioner, which I love. I have some beard butter or beard balm that I use, which is good too. I also use a little brush, like a military style board brush. Audrey herself asked me, do you like kiwis? I love kiwis. She also follows up with, I do, but I'm allergic. Didn't know that I had it until age 24, and it almost killed me. I'm actually allergic to pineapples, so I know how you feel. When I was 22, I think, I had trail mix that was littered with pineapples, and I woke up the next day itchy. I don't have like that anaphylactic thing, but I get a little kind of scratchy and itchy in my throat. So Agent Washington 008 asked me, what is the most prevalent influence on your style? I used to be all about fashion, dude. To be honest, I used to be like super high-end t-shirts and jeans, and I would wear boots because I thought that was the coolest thing in the world. I'm not gonna lie, it looked pretty awesome. But recently, because I've been dadding, it's been like sweatpants, running shorts, and Rooster Teeth shirts and whatnot. But just kind of whatever I can wear at the moment is kind of what I go for. Eric, everyone knows Eric. He asked me if I could travel anywhere in the universe, how would I do it? I'm going to tell you how I do it, Eric. I'm going to commandeer a BMW M3 that is airtight, but allows oxygen in at the same time, and it's going to run off of dreams and starlight. Yeah, how are you going to do that, Eric? Priest81 asked me, how is your baby so incredibly cute, but I'm me? That was a joke question, but I'm going to answer it anyway. Her mother's beautiful, and she gets her looks from her mother, and not me. So what motivates me in the morning? That little one right there. How old was I when I decided to double down on the nerd thing? I don't think I ever considered it. I just did it. So like in 6th grade, it was all about Pokemon, and I was huge into that. In 7th grade, it was all about like wrestling and stuff like that. Still kind of Pokemon. Huge into that still. Cards were big. So I actually graduated from Pokemon cards to Magic the Gathering, and I got deep into that. And in high school, everybody wanted to dabble in D&D. I just never got the chance to, but I had dice, which is weird, but let's not discuss that. So high school, I got back into comic books from when I was like 5 or 6 or whatever. And I pretty much stuck with that secretly until 5-10 years ago, and I've been deep into that ever since. If you know me, you know that. I'm huge into movies, I'm huge into everything nerd, so I'm just a nerd, man. It's the easiest way to answer that question. If I could replace cheese with any other food, what would it be? Dude, I have no idea. Could I replace cheese with cheese? Because I love cheese too much to replace it with anything, because it goes well with so many other things. So, where do you want to be in 5 years? Not at the job I'm at now. Let's just leave it at that. So, Lady Odd Duck asked me if I could visit one place, real or imaginary, where would it be? That's a tough question to answer. I'm a huge fan of Harry Potter, so I'd probably go to Hogwarts or something like that. I'd probably live in Harry Potter's magical fantasy world. If that was not an option, I'd love to live in a place, this is probably going to be fictional, but I'd love to live in a place like New Zealand, but if it had awesome internet. So that's probably what I'd want to be if I had, it was a real place. What is the meaning of life? Way above my pay grade. That's the meaning. Lieutenant Tank asked me if I were to be a part of a comic book hero's life, what hero would it be, and what would your relationship to them be? Probably Spider-Man. I wouldn't want to be Spider-Man. I'd be his plucky sidekick, because I'm kind of a smartass as well, and I think I kind of have that Peter Parker style build. Not quite as muscular as him, but I'm tall and a little lanky, and I've got a smart mouth, so I'd probably be his plucky young sidekick. We'll go with that. KL or KI2Go asked me, you're now dead and you've become a ghost. Which person in the community do you want to haunt and mess around with? Audrey. I'd haunt Audrey. Probably because I could give her some supernatural influences to future writings. Queen of Pentacles coming out soon. Ratatosker asked me, one person you knew as a dog. Who is it? My friend Chris. He's a bit racist at times, and he's a bit edgy, so I would make him a dog because he'd be lovable and cute and smart and funny. So that's the video, guys. As much as I ran through all those questions, I just wanted to say that I love you guys. I love you for helping Audrey out. You guys were such a big help, and it was tremendous. Even the people in the stream, I want to thank the streamers, Raph, Dr. Hares, Thomas, Escalante, Tilly, Chris, You guys were awesome. I just want to say goodbye and thank you so much. Say goodbye to Ruby. Bye, Ruby. Bye, guys.